my part. Give me more. I want the future. Gaga, fashion, technology, dance, New York, more music, pop culture. I want the flame. I can hear you. Can you hear me? Evolution is coming, and I want what we want. You deserve the future. My name is Lady Gaga, and this is my house.
I would spend hours listening to music in front of the mirror, in my mother's pearls, in her fake pearls. I didn't care what they were. I wasn't a little girl in that mirror. I was Whitney Houston in The Bodyguard. I was Gloria Estefan on stage. I was whoever I wanted to be. I got discovered singing in a store, in a little boutique where we grew up. There were these two guys that worked at the store. They loved fashion and music, and they loved talking about theater, and I became friends with them because I went into the store one day with my mom. I would go and hang out for hours after school. My mom would say, "Where the are you?" One day I started singing, and one of them said, "Do you have a very nice voice?" I said, "Thank you." He said, "My uncle is a voice teacher. I'll give you his phone number." So I said, "Okay." And I had a classical voice teacher at one point, but I'd never studied anything else. And he said he teaches pop rock vocals. I thought, oh, well, that could be really great because I love like musicals. So I called Don Lawrence, and he listed off all the people that he has worked with. And they included Mick Jagger, Bono, and Christina Aguilera. My heart sank. He was on speaker, and my mother was sitting next to me. I remember we were holding hands, and she just went like this. She started squeezing my hand. So I went in to meet Don, and I sang a song for him. There was an E flat in the song, like a really high belty note, and I hit the note at the end, and I was really proud. And I didn't hit it very well. Little did I know that I hadn't hit it very well. But it wasn't until I started to work with him that my voice really started to grow and change. And he looked at me one day and he said, "You're a pianist." I said, "Yeah." He says, "I can tell." He said, "Because, you know, the way you understand the scales when we're working, you just really understand what I'm doing." And he said, "You always can tell when I screw up." And he didn't screw up very often, but if there was ever a little sour note, I would... And to me, it was like, yeah, I know. But to him, it was, "You're a musician." And I was 13. He said to me, and these were the words that changed my life, Don Lawrence. He looked at me and he said, "Have you ever thought about writing music?" I said, "Well, when I was young, you know, I would notate strange things on my Mickey Mouse staff paper, and I've written poetry, but I've never really written a song." He said, "I think you should write a song. I think you would be good at writing songs." And I said, "Okay." Just a few weeks later, I was in the car with my dad and my mom. We were driving back from seeing my grandma, and I had my headphones on, and I was singing my pants off in the car. Probably not very well because I had the headphones on, you can't hear. My dad said, "Hey kid, you're not on stage yet." And I burst into tears, and I started screaming, and my mother was like, "What is going on with you?" And we drove to the front of my parents' place. My dad was driving the car back to the garage, you know, because it's New York, so you got to drive it to the garage 10 blocks away and then walk home pain in the ass. My dad was always gone for about 15 minutes. By the time he'd gotten home, I'd written my first song. It was called To Love Again.
What's that song about?
The song is about being in love and then losing it with someone, and then saying we can find what made us fall in love in the first place. And in hindsight, I'm like, what the was I talking about? I was 13. What the hell did I know about love? But I think it was my innocence. You know, of course, my first song had to be some giant, dramatic power ballad.
Stephanie Germanata.
She is like straight up talent.
I felt like a freak. Be yourself. Don't let anyone ever tell you that you can't achieve your dreams.
Tonight, I want you to free yourself. I want you to let go of anyone or anything that's ever made you feel like you don't belong or don't fit in. I want you to reject any person that's ever made you feel like you're not good enough, or thin enough, or pretty enough, or can't sing well enough, or write well enough, or that you're great in your life. You just wake up and you and you were born this way, baby!
Lady Gaga.
Of Lady Gaga.
They are calling her the new Madonna.
She's the most talked about entertainer in the world.
Queen Gaga reigning the world.
Biggest pop stars in the world.
Even though 2 years ago, she was virtually unknown.
Music, you're a student of fashion, but you're a student of fame in a way.
One of my greatest artworks is the Art of Fame. I'm a master of the Art of Fame.
The VMA for Best Female Video goes to Lady Gaga, Bad Romance.
I love my fans so much. All my little monsters watching, thank you. And it's such a dream come true to be here tonight. And tonight, little monsters, we're the cool kids at the party.
I wish I could give that gift to all my fans. You have the freedom to pull that superstar out of yourself that you were born to be. We are all born superstars.
The emotion she puts out on stage to her fans is so much that it had me sold on her from day one.
I aspire to try to be a teacher to my young fans, say that I want to liberate them. I want to free them of their fears and make them feel that they can create their own space in the world.
What's the biggest misconception about you?
That I am artificial and attention-seeking. A great bit of me is devoted to love and art. I built goodwill with my fans. I love you guys so much. They know who I am. And I'm just like them in so many ways. You don't have to have money or paparazzi following you to feel important. I want my fans to self-proclaim their own thing.
They used to always tell me, you will never be a main star because you're too ethnic, you're too Italian, you're too out there. It doesn't matter who you are or where you come from or how much money you've got in your pocket. You have your own destiny and your own life ahead of you. I don't care about selling records. I care about being a memorable woman.
I want you to let go of all of your insecurities. I want you to reject anyone or anything that's ever made you feel like you don't belong.
Lady Gaga might be the sweetest angel ever.
It's so inspirational.
I perhaps shouldn't be so surprised, but I didn't expect to find a serious, articulate woman.
I think I've grown up a lot.
You're not at all what I expected, and much more. Thank you, Lady Gaga.
Thank you.
Gaga, always unpredictable, always very Gaga. That's why she's one of the stars we love.
People take me both ways seriously and not seriously enough.